All right, everybody. So I know we did the overhand and the uppercut, but I never really talked about how to hold with focus mitts, and some of you have managed to find partners to hold for you, so that's awesome. Let's talk about that now. Just really quick review so that everybody's on the same page. If my boxer is using a southpaw stance, right leg forward, I'm going to match them. We're going to have that southpaw stance as well. As you get more advanced and you want to start playing with both, if the pad holder switches, the boxer should also switch. So we start off, I, as the coach, am trying to help them. We keep it simple. As you get advanced, as the coach, I want to push them a little further. So if I want to train ambidexterity, I may start here holding some stuff, and then I switch to the other side. They're expected to see that and switch as well. So my jab and my cross, my lead hand holds for their lead hand, my rear hand holds for their rear hand, as close to my target as I can possibly be safely. So not here, but just off the side, angled in slightly so that the center of my palm, the center of my mitt is facing their shoulder so they can get a nice straight line. They're not hitting at weird angles. So jab and cross. And I'm holding at my head level, not way up high, not way down low. I want them to be able to see me and think about proper targeting on me. So I've got my cross, I've got my jab, jab, cross, come up together. Hook at the head level, at the body level. So if I want to hit floating ribs or gut, I've got to hold at floating ribs or gut. If I want to hit at the head level, I'm up at my head level, at my jaw level. And these are a little bit further out because the hook is a little bit shorter than your cross, but also because holding here, it's a little bit dangerous for me. So my jab, my hook should look really different. The uppercut is going to be similar to the hook, but turned facing down, right? I'm thinking about getting hit through the jaw, not just like tap it a little bit, but 2 or 3 inches past to get the head to rock back. So I hold at my jaw level, that way they can hit it and come through. Some of our combos, we did lead uppercut and rear uppercut. So if I'm doing my rear, I hold my rear hand. If I'm doing my lead, I hold the lead hand. For the overhands are not straight in, they come over the top, over the top. So for their rear overhand, instead of here, I turn it down just a little bit. So I kind of like look like I'm pretending to be a seal or like a weird jazz hands, just like super tight to me, right? So not here, but I turn it down just a bit. Sometimes you see this done really, really low, and I want to encourage you to keep it a little bit higher, right? Sometimes you see overhand, uppercut, overhand, and the overhand's way, way low. I like to try and keep this tight. So think about like maybe a basketball size between the two of them. Overhand, uppercut, overhand, or overhand, rear uppercut, lead, overhand. So I can keep it tight here, keep it tight here. And again, if you think about cross across, rotate that whole thing. I've got my overhand, my uppercut, and my overhand. For the elbows, you can think of those kind of like the hooks. So I can hold for my elbow here. If you want to think about cutting at those angles, just angle your mitt to be able to receive those. As far as the knees and the kicks, we've talked about the round kicks a bunch. I like to hold off to one side or off to one side. For the knees, I'll double it up and angle slightly forward. Or if I'm practicing deflecting a punch while I knee, maybe I'm throwing my cross and I hold my knee pad facing towards them so that they can parry and knee at the same time. I think the knees are pretty intuitive. I think the kicks are relatively intuitive. Just remember with the rear round kick, it's got to be facing to the side, facing to the side. If I have it upward, they're going to front kick. Front kick is fine. It's just you got to make sure you feed for what you want to see. So hopefully that helps. If you got any questions, let me know.